Hi friends, I'm Ivy. Welcome to this energizing Vinyasa Flow practice. You might want to block for your practice today. If you don't have a block, you can always use a water bottle or a couple of books. So if you want to go ahead and grab that now, and when you're ready to begin, we'll start in a seated position in the middle of your mat. Just come into a cross-legged, comfortable seated position. If this is not comfortable for you, you can lift your hips by sitting up on a pillow. Place your hands on your knees. Let's start by closing your eyes. Just turning into your body. Take a big breath in through the nose. And big audible exhale out through the mouth. 2 more, inhale through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. And last one, fill up, expand the rib cage. Big audible exhale out through the mouth. Arriving here in your body, in your mat for practice. I invite you to set an intention for your practice today. Maybe it's a word or a phrase, or simply a gratitude for someone or something in your life. And start to flutter your eyes open slowly. Keep your hands on your knees here. And start to create some circles around your hips with your torso. So sending your chest forward and then back. As you send it back, round your spine, tuck your chin into your chest. As you send it forward, lift your chin up. Press your chest through your arms. Keep this going. I'll tell you when to switch directions. Just warming up the hips, the spine, all the way up into the neck. Go the other direction. Circle around, send the chest forward. Send it back, curl the spine. Start to incorporate your breath into this now. So inhale as you lean forward. And then exhale as you curl and send it back. Good, nice. Like kindling for a fire, just slowly heating up the body. Continuing to deepen your breath here. Beautiful. Come back to center, interlace your fingers, release your pointer finger. Reach your arms out long in front of you. Curl your chin into your chest. Round the upper spine. And then inhale, lift up, cactus the arms out wide, elbows go out wide, gaze lifts up towards the ceiling. Good, exhale, interlace the fingers, send it forward. Inhale, lift up, elbows go out wide. Exhale, curl in, round. Inhale, lift up, open up, cactus the elbows. Good, exhale, last one, curl in. Inhale, lift up, open up. Then come back to a neutral position. Send your right hand long in front of you, palm facing forward, and then draw the fingers back with your left hand. So we're slowly easing into the wrist. I like to do a nice little wrist warm up for practice. I think it's often underlooked to stretch out the wrist here. And release the fingers and then do one at a time. So drawing back the pointer finger, the middle finger, and the ring finger. And then the tiny pinky finger, drawing it back. Then don't forget the thumb, drawing the thumb back, just opening up. And then point the toes, and then point the fingertips down, draw the back of the hand close to you. So we're stretching out the front side of the wrist here. Good, try to keep your hands straight, pointing your fingers down as you draw it back with your left hand. Good, switch sides. So left hand, palms facing forward, draw the 4 fingers back with your right hand. So you should feel it along the underside of the arm here. Feeling that nice stretch out on the wrist. And then slowly release. Draw 1 finger at a time. Pointer finger reaches back. The middle finger. Ring finger. And then last one, pinky finger. And don't forget the thumb. Draw the thumb back. Open up towards the inside. And then point the fingers down. Try to keep them straight here. And then draw the palm, the back of the palm. With your right hand, draw it back towards you. So you should feel the opening on the top side of the arm here. But maybe shifting the arm a little bit, feeling some different sensations of the stretch. Good, slowly release the hands down. Shake them out gently, like you're unscrewing a light bulb here. Good, slowly release. Then reach your right fingertips directly out to the right side. Lean your neck away, off to the left. With your left hand, reach for your right ear. And then draw your ear away from your shoulder. So you're lifting up and out instead of down towards the mat. You're lifting the ear up and out. So finding length along the shoulder, the front of the arm here. Good, really drawing the right shoulder down as you reach the fingertips down for the mat. And come back through center. Send the left fingertips directly out to the left side. Lean the head to the right side. And your right hand comes to your left ear, and then draw the ear all the way up, up and away from the arm. Good feeling, nice stretch along the front of the left arm, all the way down. And then slowly release, come back through center. Interlace your fingers, reach your palms up to the sky, lean up and over to the right side. Inhale, lift up through center, reach up, lengthen. Up and over to the left side. Come back up through center. Send your right hand down directly to the right side. Reach your left arm up and over. Maybe you bend your right elbow. Maybe it meets down towards the mat. Wrist circles at the top with your left hand. Open your left shoulder up and back. Gaze goes up towards the ceiling. So you keep those wrist circles going. Big breath in. And then slowly come back up through center. Switch sides, left hand down, reach the right arm up and over. Maybe your left elbow reaches and meets down for the mat. Wrist circles at the top with your right wrist. Open your right shoulder up and back, gaze up towards the ceiling. Big breath in. Stay here for the exhale. And then push your way back up through center. Uncross your legs and come into a kneeling position. Tuck your toes underneath here. So fire toes, this is what this is called. Make sure all 10 toes are down. Even the pinky toe side edge is flat down to the mat here. Sit back towards your heels. If this is uncomfortable, you can roll up a pillow underneath between your thighs and your shins here. Sit back towards your heels and then reach your arms out long. Your right thumb goes to the sky. Your left thumb goes down to the earth. Good, so start here. Reach the fingertips out long away from each other. And then switch. Turn the left thumb up. Turn the right thumb down. And keep going. Switch sides. And then switch sides again. This time maybe you dip your right shoulder down. Open up towards the back wall. Good. Switch sides again. Maybe you dip your left shoulder down. Good. We're just warming up into the arms. Rotating. Taking your mind away from the fire toe sensation. If this is too much for you, you can come down flat to your feet here if you want to take off the fire toes, but I encourage you to stay with it just a little bit longer. We're here for 10 more seconds. Keep rotating the thumbs side to side. Maybe you start to look left and right, getting your whole torso into it, really dipping your shoulder down, leaning from side to side. For 3, 2, 1. Good. Plant your hands to the mat. Come into a tabletop position. Tap out the tops of your feet here. Nice work. That little toe mobility. Some foot stretches here for foot health. Spread your fingers wide into the mat. Really grip down into the mat. Wrists are stacked under your shoulders. Knees stacked under your hips. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly. Lift your gaze. Draw your shoulders down away from the ears. Exhale, cat pose. Dome your upper back. Tuck your chin into your chest. Inhale, cow pose, lift up. Exhale, cat pose, round and curl in. Good, really thoughtful movements, really moving each vertebrae of the spine individually as you rotate from cat to cow. Continue to deepen your breath here. Inhale as you lift up, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose, curl and round in. Good, take a couple more rounds in your own breath. Maybe you start to rock backwards and forward, getting all the way up into the neck. Maybe you circle your chest around and just find some movement that feels good for your spine, for your body. Slowly heating up, warming up into the body, into the hips, to the wrist. Then come back to a neutral position. Send your right leg long out to the side. Plant it down to the mat so the sole is down directly to the right side. Inhale, lift your left arm to the sky, twist open, reach your left fingertips up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, thread the needle, but hover your left arm 1 inch from the mat. So I'm really reaching my left hand to the right foot here, but I'm staying low, but staying lifted. Inhale, lift back up, twist open. Exhale, thread the needle. This time, land the left shoulder and left ear down to the mat. You have an option here to place the right hand on your low back to take a half bind, or you can reach your right fingertips towards the front of the mat, finding some length in the side body. Maybe try one or both, see what feels better for your body here. Good, big breath in. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper, right shoulder up and back, gaze up towards the ceiling. Good, and then plant the right hand down, left arm lifts, twist open. Plant the left hand down, reach the right leg back, long behind you, point out through the right toes. Reach the left hand long in front of you, thumb to the sky. Exhale, curl in, squeeze it in. Inhale, lengthen, reach out. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, lengthen, reach out as long as you can. And then exhale, think cat pose, round your spine, curl in. Good, this time plant the left hand down, but kick the right foot to the sky. Flex the back toes here, and then pulse up and down. Good, feel this nice sensation. Good, building in the body here. Good, tiny pulses up and down. Trying to keep your pelvis neutral here as you send the heel to the sky. Now, option to stay here on the pulses, or you can reach back with your left hand. Maybe you catch your right foot with your left hand. If you have it caught there, then start to kick back into your hand to lift your chest open. A big breath in. And exhale, lower back down. Neutral tabletop position. Switch sides. Your left foot goes directly out to the left side. Plant the sole of the foot down to the mat. Inhale, lift the right arm to the sky as you twist open. Reach the fingertips towards the ceiling. As you exhale, thread the needle, but hover your arm 1 inch from the mat. So I'm reaching my right hand towards my left foot, staying low but lifted. Inhale, lift back up, twist open. And exhale, thread the needle, but this time land the right shoulder and right ear down to the mat this time. Again, option to take what you did on the other side. Maybe you half bind with your left hand on your low back, or maybe you reach your left fingertips towards the front of the mat. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, twist just a little bit deeper here. Pull the left shoulder back, look up towards the ceiling. Good. Plant the left hand back down, strong. Press up through. Inhale. Reach the right arm to the sky. Good. Plant the right hand back down. Lift the left leg, send it up and back. Left toes reaching back long behind you. Right hand reaching long in front of you, thumb to the sky. Exhale, curl in, squeeze, and round your spine. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, curl. Inhale, lengthen. Last one as long as you can, reach out. And then exhale, curl in, dome the back, curl it in. Come back, plant the right hand down, send the left foot up to the sky. As you bend the knee, flex the toes so the heel is pressing up towards the ceiling. Tiny pulses here as you lift up and lower back down. Good, again, keep the pelvis neutral, squeeze the navel into the spine, engage your core as you pulse up and down. Now, option here to stay in the pulses, or maybe you reach back with your right hand, reaching all the way back. Maybe you catch your foot. If you have a nice firm connection to the foot, start to kick the foot into the hand to lift the chest up. Big breath in. If you fall, it's okay. It's part of the process. And then come back down. Plant your hand back down to the mat, neutral tabletop position. Tuck your toes and send your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs, bending one knee and then the other. Good, shifting your hips from side to side. Feeling nice side body lengthening all the way up to the arms. Let your head hang heavy here. Shake your head, yes. And shake your head, no. Go back to a neutral down dog position. I'm just going to give you a few cues here just to see where you're at. So give a big generous bend in the knees and then tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling. So as you do this, notice how your chest comes closer to the top of your thighs. Good. Lengthen the arms out through the side. Press down through the fingertips. Really root down through your feet, your hands. And then from here, keep the tilt in the pelvis as you slowly lower the heels back down towards the mat. It's okay if they don't touch. They can be lifted, just reaching down towards the mat. And take a big breath in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, tiny steps to the top of the mat. Little tiny baby steps. Walk all the way to the top of the mat. Walk as wide as your mat here. And then sink your hips down low into a yogi squat malasana. Hands to heart center. Use your elbows to assist your knees to open a little wider. Lengthen the crown of your head towards the ceiling, straight back. And then plant your hands down towards the mat. Forward fold. Send your hips up high, fold down. Grab opposite elbows. Sway your torso from side to side. The back of the neck is long. Let the head hang heavy. Really reaching the elbows down towards your feet. Curling in, finding some opening, some length in the back body. Then plant your hands back down to the mat. Sit back, yogi squat. Back up to forward fold. Keep going. We're going to floss through this motion. Send the hips back, squat down. Malasana, yogi squat. Send the hips back up high, forward fold. Draw the head down through the legs. Good, keep going. Yogi squat to forward fold. Yogi squat, last time. And send the hips up high. Forward fold, slowly step back to a plank pose. I like to shake out the knees here. Tap the knees, right knee down, left knee taps down. Right knee down, left knee. Good, keep going. Just shaking out the legs, just engaging the core here. Come back to a plank pose. Then shift your weight forward over your wrist lines like you're peering over the edge of your mat here. And then lower down, squeeze the elbows in, let them graze by your sides. Lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Lift your hands 1 inch off the mat like you can slide a piece of paper underneath them. Back of the neck is long. Lift the back, engage, lift up. And then exhale, lower down, plant your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes. On the exhale, press up to a plank pose. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. On the exhale, tiny steps to the top of the mat. And then sit low. Yogi squat, malasana. Walk your feet out wide. Good, from here, left hand reaches down, right arm reaches up to the sky. Twist open. Good, really reach out through the right fingertips. Use your left arm here to press into your left thigh, to open your chest up. Find that resistance there, to deepen the stretch. And plant your right hand down towards the center. Left arm twist open towards the sky. So your right arm inside of your right leg. Find that resistance there to twist open a little bit deeper. Reach your left hand up high to the sky. Reach, reach, reach. Come back through center. Forward fold. Send your hips up high. Hips go up and back. And then slowly plant your hands, step back to a plank pose. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Come onto the tippy toes. Is more than you think. Lean, lean, lean. And then lower all the way down to your belly. Squeeze it in. This time, tent up onto your fingertips to the outside of the mat. Elbows lift up towards the sky. Inhale, lift up, funky cobra. So I'm pressing down into the fingertips to lift the chest. And then the right shoulder dips down. Look to the left side. Inhale, lift up through center. Left shoulder dips down. Look to the right side. Inhale, lift up. Lower down through center. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders. Push back to plank pose. Downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. On the exhale, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Walk as wide as the mat here, yogi squat. Sit down one more time. Now this time, left hand walks inside of your foot out to the left side of the mat. Reach your right arm up and back. Now palm facing out. Keep turning it away so the thumb is facing to the right side. And then start to half bind, right arm behind your low back. Option to wrap your left hand around your left knee. Maybe your fingers touch in the back. Full bind and yogi squat. Lift your right shoulder up and back. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Come back through center. Slowly, slowly. Walk your right fingertips directly out to the right side of the mat. Your left arm twist open, reach up and back. Go ahead, now turn your palm out, facing towards the back wall. And then bend your elbow, place the back of your palm on your low back. Now you have an option here to hook your right arm around your right knee. Maybe your fingers touch here. Maybe they don't. Maybe they're just reaching. This is totally cool too. Stay wherever you are. Take a big breath in. Open the left shoulder up and back. Twist open. And then slowly release. Come back through center. Plant the hands and the hips up high. Step back to a plank pose. Inhale, shift the weight forward over the wrist line. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Squeeze the elbows in. Stay here. Inhale, upward facing dog. Roll to the tops of the feet. Thighs are lifted off the mat. Really push up through the hands. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Hips go up and back. Nice work. Breath in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, right leg lifts, reach back. Flex the right toes, point them down towards the mat, squaring your hips. Bend your knees, stack your hip open, reach your right knee to the sky. Draw 3 big circles with your right knee all the way down, back up, and around. 2 more. Last one, big circle in. And exhale, step between your hands. Dragonfly twist, reach your right arm to the sky. Twist open, right arm reaches up. And this time, turn all 10 toes to the side of the mat. Walk your left hand a little bit out in front of you. And then sink your hips down low. Low as you can go. Doesn't have to touch the mat. They can be even here. Reach your right hand back. Reach back, lizard twist. Sweep your right arm back up, plant the hand, come back through center, rise up, crescent lunge. Reach the arms to the sky, high on the ball of the back heel. Reach up and out through the fingertips. Deep bend in the front knee. Open up, warrior 2. Spin your back heel down. Seal the back edge of your foot down to the mat. Reach your fingertips away from each other here. Good, check your back arm, see if it's in line with your front arm. Buoyant arms, stay lifted, stay light, but stay deep lunge in the right knee. And then hold your right wrist with your left hand, straighten the right leg, reach the arm up and back, sky archer pose. So feeling that length along the right side body, reaching up and back. And then windmill your hands down to a plank pose, step back, lower down halfway, chaturanga, squeeze in, inhale, up dog, and exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lift, sweep back. Flex the left toes here, point them down towards the mat. Square your hips. Lift the back leg just a little bit higher and then bend the knee. Stack the hips open. Big circle with your left knee all the way down. Back up and around. 2 more, reach it up and back. Big circles, as big as you can go. And then squeeze it in, knee to nose. Step between your hands. Dragonfly twist, left arm to the sky, twist open. Turn all 10 toes to the left side of the mat. Maybe you walk your right hand a little bit more forward just in case your wrist gets a little jammed. Sink your hips low. Left arm reaches back, lizard twist. Inhale, windmill your hand back to the top of the mat. Come back through center, rise up for crescent lunge. Reach the arms to the sky. So your feet are on like train tracks here. So walk them a little bit wider, find a nice stable position. Reach your fingertips up and out. Deep bend in the front knee. Again, high on the ball of the back heel here. On the next exhale, open up, warrior 2, spin your back heel down. Track your left knee over your left ankle. Reach your fingertips away here. Good, really find that length in the arms here. And a big breath in, lunge a little bit deeper into the front knee. And then hold the left wrist with the right hand, straighten the left leg, sky archer, reach up and back as you pull the left wrist with your right hand. Nice side body stretch. And then windmill your hands down to the mat. Step back to plank. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And exhale out. Inhale, look forward. On the exhale, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Back of the neck is long, hands to shins. And exhale, fold, reach your fingertips down towards the mat. Inhale, chair pose. Sit your hips back and low. Reach your arms to the sky. Lift up. Weight is back and down into the heels. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lift up. Exhale, sit just a little bit lower. Shift all of the weight into the left side. Slowly pick up the right foot. Cross it over the left, figure 4 chair pose. Your right ankle is on top of your left thigh. Sit your hips back and low, hands to heart center. Good, big breath in. Exhale, so just a little bit lower. And then rise up, one-legged Tadasana. Bring the right knee up and in. Reach your arms to the sky. As you exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Send your right leg back. Generous bend in the standing leg. Step all the way back slowly, thoughtfully, intentionally rise up, crescent lunge. Good, again, we're here again. Reach up through the back heel, lunge deep into the front knee, reach out through the fingertips. Slowly reach back, interlace your fingers behind your low back. Straighten your arms as much as you can here. It may look like this. It may look like this. And then humble warrior as you slowly sink your chest forward inside of your left leg. Reach your knuckles away from your low back. Bow your head down towards the mat. Humble warrior. Slowly release the bind. Plant the hands down. Step back to plank pose. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. You're doing great. Stay with me here. Inhale, look forward. On the exhale, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold down. Inhale, sit low, chair pose. Reach your arms to the sky. Now, traditionally, chair pose is feet together, but it is a little bit easier if your feet are hip width distance. So maybe try one or both, see what feels better for your body. Reach up through the fingertips. Exhale, sit just a little bit lower. Now this time, shift your weight into the right foot, all the way into the right foot. Lift up onto the left toes, and then come into a figure four. Left foot crosses over the right, hands to heart center. Flex the left toes here, so draw the toes back towards the shin. Inhale, lift up, lift your chest. Exhale, sit a little bit lower. Good, rise up, one-legged Tadasana, left knee up and in. Reach your arms to the sky, lift up. As you exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Start to send the left leg back. Step way, way back, generous bend in the front knee. Slowly land back in a crescent lunge. Good, reach your arms up. High on the ball of the back heel. Good, interlace your fingers behind the low back for humble warrior on this side. Again, straighten the arms as much as you can. And then bow your chest inside of your right knee. Bow your head down towards the mat, reaching down, humble warrior. Reach the knuckles away from the low back, up towards the ceiling. And then slowly release the hands, plant the hands down. Step back to plank. Vinyasa your way back to a downward facing dog. Maybe it's modified. Maybe you skip it altogether. It's your choice here. It's your practice. Take a big breath in. An audible exhale out through the mouth. Peak sequence is coming up here. This is your last round, but also the most challenging one. Just stay with it. Use your breath here. Big inhale through the nose. Big audible exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Reach back. Figure four, down dog. Cross your right foot over your left knee. Kind of like the figure four chair pose that we just did. Now sit back towards your heels. Bend into your left knee. Turn your torso towards the left side of the wall. Plant the foot down towards the mat. Sink your hips low as you lift your left hand to the sky. Reach up. And then maybe you reach your left hand towards the back wall. Sit low into the hips. Good, swing it all the way back. Release the legs. Three-legged dog. Reach the right leg up high. Exhale, curl in. Step between your hands. Rise up. Crescent lunge. Reach up through the fingertips. Now this time, lightning warrior. So reach your fingertips back, palms facing down. Reach out through the fingertips. Shift your chest forward. Reach your chest through your arms. Back of the neck is long. Get light in the back toes and launch forward into a warrior three. Fingertips reaching back. Chest is lifted. Back leg is lifted up high. Flex your back toes. Turn them down towards the mat. Half moon pose. Reach your right hand down towards the mat or a block or a water ball on the right side. Reach your left arm to the sky. Lift up. Turn your back toes towards the side of the mat. Open your hips. Lift up the back leg just a little bit more. Good. One more big breath in. As you exhale, standing splits. Send your left leg up high. Both hands down towards the mat. So really drawing your chest down towards your leg. Maybe you walk your fingertips back behind your heel. Maybe your hands are on a block or a water bottle here. This is also totally good here. Lower your feet down. Meet together, forward fold. Let your torso hang down heavy. Sit low chair pose. Sweep your arms up. Inhale. Set your hips back. Weight in the heels. Hands to heart center. Twist to the right side so your left elbow hooks to the outside of the right knee. Good, really try to hook this here. Maybe your elbow just reaches and taps the knee. Twist your torso just a little bit more to the right side. Good, now listen up. Release your hands, take your left hand, place it down beside your left foot. Lift up your left foot and send it way back to dragonfly twist. Right arm to the sky, twist open. From here, side plank pose. Start to heel toe your right foot down to meet your left. Reach your right arm up high. You have an option here to modify. Maybe you lower your bottom knee down. Maybe you lift your top leg up high. Try tree pose. Wherever you are, lift your hips up just a little bit higher. Draw up towards the ceiling. Big breath in. And exhale, rotate your chest down, step back to plank pose. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. This is the last round. So strong, you got this. Use your breath here. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, left leg lift, sweep it back. Then cross your left foot over your right. So figure 4 down dog. Start to bend into the right knee, sit your hips back. Turn towards the right side, plant the right sole of the foot down to the mat. Reach your right arm to the sky. Lift your chest up. Then maybe you reach your right hand back, sink down into the hips, reach back. Windmill your hand back up to the sky, release the leg, 3-legged dog, lift it up and back. Exhale, curl in, step between. Rise up for crescent lunge. Lightning warrior, reach the fingertips back, palms facing down towards the mat. Shift your chest forward, back of the neck is long, reach your chest through your arms. Get light on the back toes and launch into a warrior 3. Send your right leg up and back, hinge forward at the hips. Keep the chest lifted, back leg is lifted up high, flex your back toes, point them down towards the mat, squaring your hips. Half moon pose, your left hand comes down to the mat or a block. Stack your hips open, turn your toes towards the side of the mat, reach your right arm to the sky. Lift your back leg just a little bit higher. Good, one more big breath in. Exhale, standing splits, fold down, plant your hands down to the mat, turn your torso down towards the mat, lift your right leg back up and high. Good, really try to draw your chest down with your fingertips here. Maybe you walk your fingertips back behind your heel. And then slowly lower your foot down towards the mat. Forward fold, grab opposite elbows, sway from side to side. And right away, sit low, chair pose. Sweep your arms up to the sky. You got this, stay with me. Exhale, hands to heart center, twist to the left side. Your right elbow hooks to the outside of your left knee. Twist your torso here, press down into the bottom hand to twist open a little bit more. Now listen up from here, plant the right hand down outside of the right foot. Slowly pick up the right foot, step all the way back, dragonfly twist, left arm lifts up to the sky. Side plank pose, start to walk your left foot down to meet your right. Again, you have an option to modify where you lower your bottom knee down, or you have an option to take a variation. Maybe you challenge yourself, lift your top leg up high. Wherever you are, lift your hips up a little bit higher. Plant your hand down to the mat. Step back to plank. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in through the nose. Audible exhale out. Inhale, right leg lifts, reach back. Half pigeon on the right side. Slide the right shin behind the wrist. Untuck the back toes, slide the hips back. Good, nestle the hips down. Now before we lower down, we're gonna activate this stretch. So keep your chest lifted here. If this doesn't feel good in your body, please feel free to take a figure 4 on your back. Otherwise, stay with me here in this pose. So with pigeon, keeping your chest lifted, we're gonna activate this stretch by pressing down into the right shin, lifting up out of the hips. So feel the hips lift here. This is quite challenging. It should be quite a bit of energy to lift up. Really press down through the right shin and the back knee. Lift up, up, up. And then lower your hips down. Slowly lower down your forearms, your forehead down to the mat. Or you can rest your forehead on your pillow hands here in the back of your hands. Let's settle into this pose. We're here for a couple breaths. Take a big breath in through the nose. Audible exhale out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, see if you can soften down into the sensation of the stretch. 2 more breaths in. And slowly push yourself back up. Tuck your back toes, send your hips up high to downward facing dog as you shake out the right leg. Wiggle it around. Wiggle the hips. Inhale, left leg lifts, send it back. Half pigeon on the left side, slide the left shin behind the left wrist. Untuck the back toes, nestle the hips down. Again, we're gonna activate this pigeon first. If you're on figure 4, please do this on your back, switch sides. But from here, keep your chest lifted. Now really press down into the left shin. Lift up, press down, lift the hips up off the mat. Ooh, feel this activate. You can press your fingertips down to the mat for some stability here. Lift up, up, up. 1 big breath in. And exhale, sink your hips down into a passive stretch here. Lower down into your forearms or your forehead down to the mat or pillow hands. Resting down. We're here for a couple of breaths. Big breath in through the nose. Audible exhale out through the mouth. Just noticing the differences between the sides of your body here. One side may be tighter or looser than the other. It's totally normal. And also just good to take note. Maybe posture, how you're sitting, or just patterns of our day that get us a little bit out of balance, out of whack. You might need to listen to your body and stay on one side a little bit longer or a little shorter. 2 more breaths in. Exhale out. Last breath in, inhale. And exhale out. And slowly start to push yourself back up. Roll onto your left hip. Slide your feet out long in front of you. Send your legs out long. Tap the backs of your feet down towards the mat. Good. Lift your hips up here. Lift the gift, as they say. Find a nice firm connection with your sits bones to the mat. Then reach your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, forward fold over your legs. Let your head hang heavy here. Fold over. And slowly start to push yourself back up. Roll all the way down to your back. Squeeze your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side, just massaging the low back. Nice gentle movements. Nice easy, graceful, loving motions. Right knee in, send the left leg long. Right leg goes across your body. Draw the knee down towards the mat. Your gaze goes all the way over your right shoulder. Just taking a moment to return back to your intention that you set for practice today. And come back up through center slowly. Switch sides, right leg goes long. Left knee squeeze into your chest and then send it across your body, supine twist. Drawing the knee down towards the mat, gaze goes all the way over your left shoulder. Big breath in. Exhale out. Good, finding gratitude for your body, for your practice, for showing up on the mat today. And slowly come back up through center. Full happy baby, both soles of the feet to the sky. Grab the outer edges of the feet, rock from side to side. Keep the sacrum, the tailbone planted flat down to the mat here if you can. And slowly release the feet down through center. Setting up for Shavasana, I really encourage you to take rest after your practice. It helps downregulate your system. Palms facing up towards the sky. Let all of this movement integrate into your body through rest, restoration, into Shavasana. We'll be here for 1 minute. I'll tell you when we're coming out of it. Just fully relax into this pose. Just being gentle with your thoughts, drawing your attention back to this moment. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingertips. And gently rock your head from side to side. Bend your knees, plant the soles of your feet to the mat, and windshield wiper your knees from side to side, just slowly waking the body back up. Fun fact, the body actually doesn't build muscle during the workout. It builds the muscle when you rest, when you're able to restore the muscles. That's when they actually grow. And so I love Shavasana. It's one of my favorite poses. Make your way back up to a seated position. Nice work today. Thank you so much for joining me in this class. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and check out some other videos and playlists. I'll link some stuff up here. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.